The Midtown Family Restaurants. Hertine and Stocker Jewelers, 101 South Dubuque Street, downtown Iowa City. Diamond Dream Sports Academy. Senior Benefits. Premier Automotive in North Liberty. The Ox Yoke Inn in the Amanas. Streets Maintenance. Dr. Lance Forbes Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids. And Big Dog Tech Solutions. Here's Tom Suter, Pat Hardy from Hawkfanatic.com, and this guy's been, or gal's been waiting on the phone for the last 5 minutes.
Okay, it'll be very important. Hello?
What can we do for you?
Gentlemen, Andy Furman, Godfather's Pizza, and Nay Leo's Tailgate. How are we doing this morning?
Well, we're doing good, Andy. Much better than your phone is.
Oh, God, I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Let me take out Bluetooth, see if that helps.
All righty.
It's already better.
How about now? Does it sound any better?
Oh, 1,000 times better.
There you go.
What's up, Andy?
Okay. Hey, I'm listening to Wednesday's show this morning and felt the need to call in and defend my industry and online ordering a little bit. That okay to kick off the show this morning?
You go right ahead.
Sure.
All right. First, at least with pizza, we aren't prioritizing necessarily online orders over customers. We just still come with first in, first out. So if there are 10 orders in front of you, you're the 10th one that's getting made. So I agree. In a sandwich shop, it would seem to make sense to have one person just knocking out the people at the counter there. But that is how we do it as well.
That makes sense. Yeah. No.
Jackson, I've been assured 100 times by corporate, we personally don't sell your information to anyone else. And again, that's not speaking for everyone out there. But when we went this way a decade ago, that was something I brought up and raised heck about a few different times.
Okay,
so
well,
hopefully that's the case.
No, it's not the case. You got an app, and every app that I know of, including ours, is selling information. Now, it might be anonymously. It might be anonymously, but they know, that Citizen X is going to a sandwich shop, then buying an appliance.
And is looking at Pornhub.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, but so what you're saying, Andy, what you're basically saying is that would have been the same as me going in to a sandwich shop before the internet, and there's 12 people in line. I would have probably turned around and left.
Right.
It's just the difference here. There was 3 or 4 people in line, but there were a bunch of people on the internet that were actually in line too, and you don't think about that. But yeah, I get that. Now, I will say, just in the 20 seconds I was in there, I watched them lose 3 customers. The 2 people in front of me and myself.
No, and that's...
Go ahead.
It's an issue. And then those third-party services, too, your DoorDashes, your Grubhubs, everything else, those are coming in as well. And, that was 8% of my sales last week, and it's a lot of people who could order it directly through us cheaper. I don't get it, but it's a segment that gives us enough money that we just can't ignore it anymore.
No, exactly.
So,
that makes sense.
Kind of a necessary evil, but yeah, there's the risk. Are you losing other customers? But, And then why we push it? It's real simple. It's those people spend more on average. You're not trusting a 16-year-old to try and upsell an order, but the computer itself and the customer themselves, they just spend more money on average, and they come back more often.
I'm curious, what is
the data to show that people who order online order more as well? So
I'm curious if you don't mind sharing.
Now with a $15 an hour minimum wage over here in Illinois, the more we can route through that, it helps us keep our prices in line, but still be able to pay people and still make some money at the end of the day. So
what's your online
necessary evil, I guess, is what it's come to.
Yeah.
What is your online business compared to your walk-in, if you mind sharing?
Oh, boy, online's approaching 40% of overall.
Wow.
Now, most of ours is phone call as opposed to walking in. That's still our big one is phones ringing themselves.
Okay.
But online is slowly creeping up and taking that over as well.
So like what Dallas and I did before the men's basketball game, we just walked in. That doesn't happen very much anymore.
Right.
Okay. And to think
not as much. And the night you guys were there, we were packed.
Oh, I know you were.
Unusual dining room night for us that night. That was.
I remember counting the pizzas.
10 best nights I've had in the new location ever was that night you guys happened to come in.
I remember saying to Dallas, I just watched like 17 pizzas go out, and it was like a minute and a half. It was incredible. God, to think that was last basketball season.
Yeah, that was a heck of a night. So
okay, well, I'm glad we were able to, even though nobody knew we were there. I'll just pretend that we were the reason that.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So, but
that's right.
And
That's
Godfather's
exactly
pizza
right.
doesn't that sound good
anyway,
now?
Godfather's is always good.
Yes.
Pat, we need to talk. We'll move forward with that as well. And Thomas,
Okay.
I'll see you in 2 weeks at the Indiana tailgate.
All right, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Andy.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
I figured that's what it was. I mean, yeah, and for him to explain, I get the, they still lost business because.
Yeah, well,
but I would have walked out. I would never. I mean, if I see 11 people waiting in line for like a sandwich shop, I'm not. I wouldn't.
Well, that sandwich shop you went to takes a long time anyway.
It does.
And it just does. The food's good.
Okay, the other consideration is those online people that have ordered their food, they're not there. And you don't know when they're going to come. They're going to come, but you don't know when.
But they're still going to make their stuff before they make yours.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe that should give precedence to the person who's there.
Well,
but I understand why they don't.
Yeah, I see both sides of it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear from somebody on the other side,
Yeah.
A store owner.
But I don't know of any apps that, including ours, that isn't selling information. That's
He's right, though, man.
Since you got apps,
because Dallas and I'm not going. It probably took 40 minutes to get our pizza, but we didn't care. We had planned enough to where we were hanging out with Andy. But it was because I think that game was either on a. Do you remember what night that game was? The game against Washington.
I don't.
State, and it was just nonstop.
But a good pizza takes. I mean, you can't.
No, that's okay.
Spit it out.
That's why I'm always amazed at how quickly Sam's gets it to here in town.
They must have extra hot ovens because they do.
No, it is thinner too.
Yeah,
but
it is thinner. That
I've
probably makes
ordered
it,
and they've told me it'll be there in 45 minutes.
It's all
and
20
then
to 25.
20 minutes.
The beauty of pizza, though, I love Godfather's and Sam's, and they're different. I mean, they're different types of pizzas, but I love them both.
Hi,
Tommy, how about you?
Yeah, I thought about this when you were talking about it the other day, too, is with the app orders, you have to coordinate with when the driver gets there and making the food ready when they
I don't
arrive.
do any. I don't do any. I don't have a.
Whereas, if you're ordering in the restaurant, it's done, you take it, you leave. Whereas you don't want it to get cold waiting for the guy from DoorDash or whatever to show up.
Yeah.
So you have to coordinate the timing.
Yeah,
to get
see,
that might be part of it.
No apps for me when it comes to ordering food. It's phone or walk in and leave.
Yeah, I don't do apps as far as
I'm
either phone or.
I think this is totally generational.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
It is weird to think though that walking in used to be the only option, pretty much.
Well,
and now it's the
trailing.
I did apps once, and I told you about this. I did apps to Casey's.
Yeah.
I can go upstairs, look out my bathroom window. While I stand in the tub completely sudsed up.
Okay, we're going places we don't need to go.
I can see Casey. So I did the app, and I waited for 2 hours, and I finally said, "Where's the pizza?" "Oh, we don't deliver to your area." And I mean, that was on the app, and the app took the order.
Did we need the shower scene?
No, I put that in there for your benefit.
Wow,
for your delight.
It makes Norman Bates look good. All right,
but yeah, so I don't do. That was the only time I ever did an app, and I haven't done it since.
Well, technology it's a many-edged sword. When you benefit from it, it's great, and when you don't benefit from it, it sucks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And as far as the information goes, you don't have to have that phone in your pocket. You choose to.
Well, that's like people going.
It wasn't that long ago. I had two phones. Remember, I was walking around with two phones.
Yeah, you should have had somebody walk around with the other phone, and then they would have thought there was a double of you.
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
There you go. Well,
remember when COVID first came out? Bill Gates is following
chips in our head, wasn't
it?
Yeah.
You got a chip. Yeah.
He's
Meanwhile,
already following us.
Yeah, they're walking around with their phones.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, this damn thing is going off every business. I had to finally shut off location because when I had location on this phone, I would pass a business and all of a sudden it's going off telling me to come in.
Did you hear about the new I saw an ad for it last night. They will pay you to stay off your phone. Did you hear? They're advertising it on TV.
Yeah.
The less you're on it, the better your bill is going to be. It's a weird.
How much better?
The commercial didn't do specifics. They want you to call the number, and but that is interesting. You know, that the more you're not on the phone, the more the company that's hosting you will help you.
Well, I would
congratulate.
benefit greatly.
I wouldn't. I mean, I probably could make that work too.
Steve, would it cost you a fortune?
Oh God.
I like my phone.
Yes, I know you do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I do.
But I thought that was an interesting concept, and if anyone else has seen that ad, I wished I would have had time to.
Was it U.S. Cellular?
I can't remember. I don't.
Well, I think insurance has that too. If those people who drive less pay less for some companies.
Well, that should be me now because I hardly ever drive my car. Other than this is probably I go home to Des Moines every now and then, but I never use my car. Well, now I will. I guess I drove to the Quad Cities last year, but anything out of state, I rent.
Okay, but are you talking about where you plug it into your car computer?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I would never do that. If you know.
Well, they know where you are anyway.
No, it's not that. It's just that the computer will tell them if you stop short, if you may. I mean, it can raise your insurance too. If it thinks you're not a good driver, it can raise it.
Well, I just said 2 minutes ago, when technology is on your side and in your favor, score, and when it isn't,
well, CNN
bad.
Right before I came in here, they were promoting an upcoming story they had about two people saying that AI is going to kill us.
Yeah,
that's what's going to end the civilization. AI.
Well, so is pizza and Diet Coke.
This made it sound like it was. They're promoting
nuclear
it like
holocaust, and it's going to set off the missiles.
That sounds like this was like one big event.
Yeah, well, the thing that would stop it, if it's smart like they say it is, it would also end them. It would end AI.
Yeah, well, we've already know from war games that there's no winner. I mean,
Yes.
Do you want to play a game?
That was a great movie.
Yes, it was.
It's good. I'm great. Little story.
Oh no!
All right. Yeah, you're right. It was good. I liked it.
It was a
And Ali Sheedy at that time, she was pretty popular at that time too.
Yeah.
You know, she had a lot of young men like me watching that movie.
Hello.
Hello. We're all going to fall apart.
Well, you're just giving in.
What are your picks on the game tonight?
Well, I did put mine up this morning. I got Iowa 23-20. I finally just said I think the defense is going to be the difference.
And I've got a 24-13 Iowa, and who knows?
Oh, yeah. Would I be surprised if no, not at all. No, this was like I was 51% Iowa, but I do think Rutgers' offense has been on a roll this season. They were on a roll at the end of last season, but they haven't played anybody like Iowa's defense. And
move the microphone.
And I'm not ready to say Iowa's defense is dominant this year, but Iowa's defense is pretty good. It showed that against Iowa State. Their defense is pretty good. They haven't got any turnovers yet, but I have a feeling they're going to get one tonight. So, 23-20 Iowa.
Yeah. I was thinking 21-7.
Yeah, we're all just homers.
21-7, let's take it.
And, Captain, what do you got? We're all just a bigger room of sloppy homers.
52-3, Hawks?
52-3. No, I do 21-10.
Wait, I'm changing. I don't think Rutgers even shows up. I think when they're
Is the weather supposed to be good out there?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep, doesn't sound like it's going to be no wind, no rain. At least the last time you checked.
Let me look right now.
But I thought last time you checked, high of 86, low of like 64, something like that.
Basically what we were.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it was not.
For them, for them, let's hope it's no wind, no rain, no wind.
There you go.
And have we been denied our freedom of speech?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yes,
That's what I was thinking.
the show's being taken off the air at 9:30.
People are going to take away mine.
We're done at 9:30, right, Captain? Is that when they cut the cord? And replace us with what?
Okay,
Sunrise
you
semester.
guys have a good day.
All right.
Thanks.
Old episodes
Bye.
of Sunrise semester. But the weather's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
won't be a factor.
78. And
okay, my attitude as far as picking Iowa, Rutgers went 7-6 last year. They haven't gotten over the hump yet under Schiano, and I'm just not ready to. And they could end up coming out and winning this game 31-14, and I will be like, well, okay, Rutgers may actually be making a move this year, and Iowa's obviously got some issues. I just can't see Callie McManus and an injured wide receiver group doing a ton against this Iowa defense. I mean, they did have 2 games last year where the defense didn't show up. UCLA and Michigan State. Those are 2. I had no explanation. Sometimes it happens.
It does.
But way more times than not, the defense shows up, and I think they will tonight, but it could be wrong.
I guess my biggest concern is if we dig a hole, this team is not built.
Oh, yeah.
Come from
If
behind.
they're behind 10-0 midway through the second quarter
in
and
trouble.
Kirk's playing not to lose, and it's just Gronowski throwing 6-yard down and outs and running for 3 yards, yeah, then they're in trouble. But
Yep.
I don't think Rutgers' defense, I'm not convinced it's that good. But, I mean, I'm saying special teams, to me, they're going to always kind of be, where they are. Now, if it could come down to a field goal, but I'm not worried about Dakin's punting. I just think the best unit outside of special teams is the Iowa defense. And a lot of that goes to Phil Parker. Because I've had people say, well, the defense hasn't looked that good this year. I mean, my God, the stats are –
Whereas stats are very good.
the stats, I could reel them all off. I mean, they've only given up 3 touchdowns, and, 2 of the opponents were overmatched, but one of them was Iowa State, and they held Iowa State in check the entire game. They had 238 yards. Iowa State's better than Rutgers. I don't think it's even close. So that's why I ended up picking Iowa, the Phil Parker factor. It's out there Friday night, blackout, students, drunk, just rowdy. And that, in some ways, that may motivate the Iowa players in some ways, I mean, they see that, students yelling at them, and they yell back at them.
It still comes down to matchups, and if
It comes down to matchups, comes down sometimes to the luck, how the ball rolls.
It does.
A lot of that plays a part in football, but I just think Iowa right now is a better team and program. But there's also a chance that Rutgers is in the midst of some move that we aren't expecting yet, and it may be happening right now. Who knows?
That is true.
But if it is, this is the kind of game Rutgers has to win.
Yes.
There you go. And
100%.
Captain, I brought the data in again from the same day. We've got data from both teams, so we've got stat packs on both teams here. If anyone calls in and wants to challenge us on stats, I'm ready. You think anyone will?
No.
I don't think anyone will either. Nobody seems that interested
at least
in stats.
you're ready.
I still say stats are at this stage. I mean, Caleb McManus is completing 72.9% of his passes. I don't think he'll be doing that at the end of the season.
I don't think he'll be doing that at the end of tonight.
I don't either. I mean, if he completes that percentage, he's got 7 touchdowns in 3 games, no interceptions. I do think they get some type of turnover tonight. And it'll be
As in Iowa does?
Iowa does.
Yeah.
I do. And it wouldn't surprise me. It'll be interesting to see if Rutgers punts away from Weechin and kicks away from him. Because sometimes you can try that so hard to where you kick the ball out of bounds. Next thing you know, Iowa's got
true.
first down, what is it, the 35?
35,
Yeah, I mean, that and you'd love it if Weechin returned a kick to the 35. I mean, so it'll be interesting to see how Rutgers handles that. I'm just not ready to believe that Rutgers is on the move. 3-0 is 3-0, but it's non-conference.
Rutgers
2 MAC
is
teams and
always 3-0, it seems.
2 MAC teams in Norfolk State. They scored 60 on Norfolk State.
I mean, haven't they been 3-0 5 straight years?
I mean, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't even bother to look. They very may will have, because they basically do the same thing. They play
exactly.
They play kind of a patsy and then 2 MAC teams. And year in and year out, I know Iowa's lost, how many times? Twice to Western or Michigan, once to Northern Illinois, and is there another MAC loss in there?
I don't know. That's the only thing.
That's
one
probably
I can
enough.
think of.
Is that
but
enough?
That's plenty. That is plenty.
Yeah, because I was going to say North Dakota State. I'm like, no, that's FCS. Now, the first loss to Western Michigan, that was 2000. That was early 2000. The program was still, I mean, it was coming, but it had a lot a ways to go, and that was a decent Western Michigan team. That one, the one in 2007 at the end of the year was
inexcusable.
That was silly. That one was just silly. And that's when you knew, God, they got to get a different quarterback than Christensen because it was just not working.
It was awful.
And remember, they had a bowl game. They had what bowl game was it that the guy was there? I mean,
if we win that game, we go to the bowl. Yeah, but
he was there eating hot dogs.
Was it like a Copper Bowl or
it was
something like that?
He was there eating hot dogs and shaking hands and popcorn and loving life in Iowa City, and then Iowa lost.
Yeah, I was in the.
Weren't you at that game?
Yeah, I was at both of those.
Because it was at the end of the season, which was unusual.
I was in the press box and
for KCJJ.
No.
Oh, you were just in
somebody invited us.
Okay,
I was sitting next to Bud.
Were you cheering when good things were going on?
I don't recall cheering at all in that.
Because at every game, they do it everywhere. One of the first things the SID does over the loudspeaker is remind everybody that that you can't cheer in there, and they say, hey, if you cheer, we're going to throw your ass out, and we may even do more than that. They don't word it that way, but that's what they're saying. You cheer, your ass is getting tossed. What do you think of that, Captain?
Yeah, they can do that, yet they can't tell you to urinate in the bowl.
Well, I will say it wasn't as bad, and Tommy Tommy came over and gave me a urine update at one of the games. He comes up behind me and was like really encouraging. He's like, hey, he comes in, he goes, hey, it's really not that bad.
I actually went down and told Pat, I'm like, hey, Pat, at halftime, I went, it's dry around the toilet. And I was stunned. I was so stunned, I went and just, the first thing I did, washed my hands, dried them, went over to see you to tell you that.
And I went in there and looked, and it looked
still
like
dry.
It did look. It was more dry than usual.
I think it was Brommel camp. Don't you think? I mean,
you think he was in there? You think he's in there cleaning?
Just spraying everywhere. You know?
No, it wasn't at all.
Well, he's not at the games anymore.
No,
it wasn't.
And I can honestly say the past urine stuff was group effort. It was not one person.
So there you go. Rutgers and urine. Anything else?
God, though, remember the last time I'm going to watch the game and do all the information myself, and I don't know if Rob and Morehouse are going to do they'll probably do their podcast tomorrow morning, because what's the point of doing an instant reaction at 11 o'clock at night?
I bet they do it tonight.
I bet they do it tomorrow. I haven't talked to them. They did the UMass one the next morning. So I'm thinking, but we'll see. I mean, if there's something major happens in this game, or something, that'll change. But it'll be interesting, because this game's not going to get over till 10:45, probably 10:30, 10:45.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts at 7:05, and it's Fox. It's long. Their games tend to take sometimes
4 minutes.
Yeah, they're 4 timeouts. They're just longer. So it will be interesting to see. But I also think both. I mean, do you think Kirk's coming in there? I mean, obviously, I know it's Lester's offense, but do you think they're coming in tonight, they're going to be aggressive, and they're just going to go, man, we're going to test you downfield, or do you think they're going to play not to lose?
Well, I think they're going to try to establish the run.
Yes. But they're not
going to be balls to the wall, air raid, throw it downfield 30 times.
So do you think what was interesting when Gronowski was talking about the offense the other day, he said one of their goals is first to establish the run and then to stretch the defense east and west. He said that instead of north and south. And that's horizontal, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
They love routes where the receiver catches the ball heading towards the sideline more than downfield.
Yes,
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
And it's not just, it's Lester, it's Brian Ferentz, it's everybody.
It's like over the middle is just don't do it because it's too dangerous.
But if they are doing it over the middle, they're going sideways. They're not going. And Gronowski just did. He just said that, and I found that kind of interesting because we joke about. I mean, the horizontal stuff with Davis at times was
ridiculous.
It was torture, but it is what
that's what they do.
Most of their stuff, when the receiver catches the ball, the momentum is taking him toward a sideline. It seems like.
Well, it does seem that way.
And that's
boring.
It is, and I mean, well, yeah, they have been boring a lot over the years.
Yes, they have.
But in fairness to Kirk, he wins enough, and he's. I mean, some will argue this because now, in this day and age, entertainment's part of it. Do you think there's anything in Kirk's contract that says, hey, your team also has to be entertaining?
No.
I don't think there is, nor should there be.
And Kirk couldn't care less.
Nor should I don't think. But do you think we
He
could
wants
ever?
to win.
Do you ever see an age where we start? I mean, nothing would surprise me these days. Hey, there has to be.
No, but with Davis,
but how would you evaluate
Kirk
entertainment
will tell you, I get paid to
to
win.
win
Yeah.
and to graduate players?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Period.
but with Davis was the worst with that.
Well, he didn't have any faith
Well,
in Iowa
no.
skill. He didn't have any faith in Iowa skill players.
No.
He basically said that. Remember when he got here and he's like, "Well, I'm not sure we got the personnel that's needed to go downfield." Isn't that what he said right away?
Basically,
And
yes.
then it was just 2-yard down and outs.
Hello.
Pat, I'll kind of put you on the spot here, but your buddy Rob Howe did a tweet last week and got a lot of people fired up. I guess my question is why and why timing was weird. Did you agree with it, or I'll just?
I didn't. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea. You're assuming I saw the tweet. I didn't.
What was the tweet?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not on Twitter very
I'm
much.
not on Twitter
I'm not
either.
on Twitter very much at all, other than to post content.
What was the tweet?
Maybe it was more or less. Kirk, yeah, he's a great coach and all, but he still runs a racist program, and that's what happened. It just got everybody fired up.
Yeah, see, I did not see.
Yeah,
that.
well, I guess you'll have to read it to make it make sense to all of you, but
Don't have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
alrighty.
okay, yeah,
you.
no,
Call.
I can't speak for Rob. I mean, he speaks for himself. I didn't see it, and like I said, I just don't. But it was interesting. He assumed I saw it. I mean, so yeah, that's Rob's opinion, and he's entitled to his opinion. And
Yeah, that's
And what is it? What was that phrase that we? What
runs a racist program.
No, free
is what he said.
speech.
Oh yes.
And Rob's had some tough moments. I mean, remember he posted a lot of the accusations on the website he was
Yes.
working for. It wasn't his writing; it was their writing. He just provided them a platform, and a lot of people were pissed at that. And it's just, but yeah, are you looking for the tweet, Captain?
Yeah.
I mean, Rob tweets a lot but most of his tweets, from what I can tell, are his high school volleyball, and he does a ton of that stuff. I mean, he covers.
So now the caller said, what about interesting about the timing?
Okay, here's
of the tweet.
It's not a tweet. It's an article in Little Village.
Oh yeah, he writes for them.
Yeah.
He does freelance for them.
Yeah. Sports fans overlook a lot when cheering on their favorite coaches and players. It explains Joe Paterno, Urban Meyer, Bob Knight, and others. Ferentz ran a racist program. After an internal report found racial bias, former players felt it was not enough was done in response to those findings. They spoke out. An external report confirmed the charge. Bullying was also discovered. Student athletes then added more detail and context to the culture. A group of them won a $4 million settlement from the university. In 2011, Iowa football grabbed national headlines for hospitalizing 13 student athletes with its workouts.
Yeah.
So that's basically.
But yeah, he's kind of rehashing some of the.
Yeah, rehashing old news.
Yeah, I mean that's you don't need to.
It's rehashing old news.
He
is
ends
what
it by
sounds like.
saying, I get it, and I'm not here to pee on anyone's parade or change their minds. Celebrate your guy being at the top of the Big
because
Ten
he
mountain
set the award
for wins.
That's the news peg of it.
Yeah. No doubt he can coach victories and make you feel good, but consider stopping short of calling him a great man, which often gets attached to these achievements. A great man doesn't allow racism in his program or hand out an award after players are hospitalized.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
well, again, he's entitled to his opinion.
That's Rob's opinion, and like I said, I was not aware.
We got to cancel him. We got to pull him. He's done.
I mean, I don't agree with him, but I don't have to.
I don't discuss. Well, I mean, whether you agree, I mean, the Rabdo stuff did happen. It's not. A matter,
no question.
And it was a bad look to give.
And there was a lawsuit. No, I remember it all.
I think what a lot of people, they're like, we don't want to bring up old stuff, but some people say. Yeah,
well, it happened. It's history.
It's tough. I mean, he's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah.
And I covered the racial stuff. There was racial unrest in the summer of 2020, whether people want to admit.
of course there was.
It was there.
Yeah. And the Iowa way, and you can look at it today, and say it's still the way, not in the program.
Oh, it's deeply ingrained in the state.
Yeah,
I will say though, I
it's
do
part
think
of the state.
I do think Kirk has made some changes. I do think he's acknowledged it and what have you. But it did happen. I mean, nobody forced James Daniels to put that tweet out there.
No, not
and I think most Iowa fans would agree with that. But I think, like this gentleman who called in, he didn't want to be reminded of that stuff when Kirk achieved this award, and that's his opinion. Everybody has a right to their fair enough. Everybody has a right to their opinion.
If the problem, okay, you can call somebody listen. Nobody is effing perfect whatsoever, and you can say you could justify saying he's a great man by
people will say that Paul Newman was close.
Yeah, and he was.
How about John Streif?
Everybody's got
John Streif.
Yes, but everybody listen.
Is John Streif perfect?
He's close.
Everybody's got their, we all do bad crap at times, and we all ignore things at times that maybe we shouldn't. I mean, no one is effing perfect, and I know this. I know I got a true assessment of myself, and I'm certainly haven't been perfect through the years. But you can say that Ferentz is a great man and justify it by saying he changed. This happened and he changed.
I think you can have two truths, too.
Yeah.
I think you can, like what you're saying is he has been a great man in some ways, but like you said, nobody's perfect. He called it a blind spot. There was this problem festering his program. He stuck around and he's addressed it. But some people still kind of resent what happened, and Rob obviously does. And again, it comes down to how you want to perceive things now. It comes down to your opinion, and I respect everybody for their opinion. And the caller, he doesn't want to be reminded of that stuff after Kirk broke the record.
And fair enough.
Fair enough there too. Fair enough for Rob sharing his. Everybody has a right to their opinion.
The caller, if he didn't want to be reminded about it, is the one who brought it up on the air.
And must have read the story because it wasn't a tweet.
Yeah, it wasn't a tweet. Hello.
Hey, Steve. Do you remember Alan Berg from Denver?
Alan who?
Who?
Alan Berg, a Denver commentator.
Yeah, he was shot and killed by. Wasn't he shot and killed?
Yes, sir.
Alan, Burke.
Wasn't he shot and killed by like the Aryan Nation or something like that?
Yeah, some guy. Yeah, white.
I don't remember the details.
White supremacist. He went out to.
Hey,
he
I
left.
think we're going to get him by 13.
He's given his prediction. He just said Hawks by 13.
Well, so why are we talking about the guy that was shot a long time ago, and now you're giving your prediction?
That's a diversion. That's what Lester's going to do. He's going to get the Rutgers defenders thinking of something else, and boom, they're going to go the other direction. That's what Paul's doing right now.
Wow.
No, we're going to play it tight to the belt. They have a game plan. Pound them.
Yeah.
Oh, I do think pounding them will be
the stuff they got to do with the good teams.
All right.
Okay, so what the hell did the DJ getting shot
have to do with your prediction?
Are you threatening me? Is that what you're doing, Paul? Are you threatening me? Are you saying you're going to shoot me or something? Are you threatening me?
No.
Okay.
Very simply, no.
Then we're good.
Moving on. Move on. So you say the Hawks by 13. All right. That's you got them by 11.
I got them by 11.
I got them by 3. Captain, what was your score again?
I don't. I think it was 21-10.
But I will agree. I do think the first thing they're going to see how well they can run the ball. Then once they figure out how well they can run the ball, then that's kind of how the passing attack, the RPOs from the passing will take effect. But yeah, their first goal any game almost is to run the ball.
Yes.
And it should be the way they're built. Tommy, what do you got?
I was just going to say that if Paul was threatening you, he would have offered to bring you food.
No, my name is Charlie.
Okay.
Have a good day, Paul.
No.
He said his name's Charlie.
Don't open don't open the playbook yet this year.
Okay.
All right. So you don't think they had the playbook at all for the Iowa State game?
I had it.
Did you just hang up on him?
Yes. I just had it.
I mean,
Well, maybe we need to take our break.
We need to take a very long break. We'll be back today at 1. That was
1-800-800-ROSE.
1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country.
1-800-800-ROSE.
It's so easy. Just remember one number, 1-800-800-ROSE, your FTD florist.
1-800-800-ROSE.
Remember,
for a gift that your loved one will treasure for a lifetime, find it at our family-owned jewelry store in Iowa City, Herteen and Stocker Jewelers.
We can show you diamond engagement rings, colored stones, fashion jewelry, and watches.
Our jewelers are on site, so we can design jewelry for that special person in your life.
We are Herteen and Stocker, serving Iowa City and the surrounding area for 3 generations.
Herteen and Stocker Jewelers, downtown Iowa City, and HerteenandStockerJewelers.com. Ask for Willa, Terry, Tim, or Kate. One of us is always there.
Don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
Hanging lights is a pain. Dealing with blown bulbs, dangerous installations, and the endless rat's nest of cords, there's got to be a better way, and now there is. Illuma Lights Permanent Outdoor Lighting from Big Dog Tech. Illuma Lights provides illumination for every occasion. Holiday lighting, accent lights, security, and of course, lighting for the best season, football season. The Illuma Lights app lets you create your own patterns with color, motion, brightness, and static control over every individual light, or use Big Dog's presets to transform your home or business. The professionally installed track system makes Illuma Lights LEDs virtually disappear until you turn them on. Rated at 50,000 hours, you'll enjoy stress-free convenience for years to come. No more ladders, no more hooks, no more wifey's dirty looks. That's the song you'll be singing all year long with Illuma Lights Permanent Outdoor Lighting from Big Dog Tech. Find out more at BigDogTek.net or call 319-395-0800.
Hi, I'm Jim Street, owner of Streets Maintenance. As a licensed, insured, and bonded master plumber, I specialize in all plumbing repairs, including but not limited to water heater and sump pumps to toilet and faucet repairs and replacements. As an Iowa City native, I know how frustrating it can be when any part of your plumbing system breaks down. That's why I only use trusted brands and quality materials. I offer same-day, next-day service coupled with a fair price. I also offer general services to mobile homes. For more information about my business, I'm online at streetsmaintenance.com and Facebook, or give me a call at 400-4483, 400-4483.
Streets Maintenance, honest plumbing at a fair price.
On an athletic team, you need team players, good athletes, superior equipment, and the best coaches available. In real estate, you need to have a good title and settlement team at your disposal. Hi, this is Steve Anderson. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, you need quality title and settlement services. Consider the team at Hawkeye Title. Give us a call at 351-8600. Hawkeye Title and Settlement, the team you love, the people you trust.
Don't let just anyone take care of your smile. At Diamond Dental, you can expect compassion, expertise, and a personalized care plan to protect your teeth for life. With more than 30 years of combined experience, Dr. Forbes and his staff are prepared to tackle even your toughest dental problems, leaving your smile healthy and sparkling. Diamond Dental offers a full range of general and cosmetic dentistry, as well as dental treatment options for snoring and sleep apnea. It's never too early to start thinking about what's best for your smile. Schedule an appointment today by calling 319-390-3703 or visiting the office at 5815 Consul Street Northeast, Suite D1 in Cedar Rapids. You can also visit DiamondDentalPC.com for more information. Dr. Forbes is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and the Inner Circle. Let the Diamond Dental team provide superior care for your entire family.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying, hit a deer, call Premier for years. But it's time for something new. It's still where you need to go for deer divots and door dings, as well as damaged dashboards. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Why not say, when your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier? I think Dad's going to love that. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Be a deer and call Premier Auto Body in North Liberty.
Diamond Dream Sports Academy, 20,000 square foot indoor facility, holds 8 batting cages, space for infield work, space for throwing and pitching and all your arm care needs. Offers private instruction, group lessons, camps and clinics, leagues, memberships. Rentals available at Diamond Dreams is open to the public.
Our top-level instructors include former professional, college, and Olympic athletes. Our coaches will help these athletes achieve their full athletic potential, develop a strong work ethic, and a solid base to build. The last thing you want to do is look back and wish you had worked or played harder.
Locally owned and established in 2005, Diamond Dreams is Eastern Iowa's premier training facility. Located at 2905 Stoner Court, North Liberty. Call today and reserve your time. 319-665-2173. 319-665-2173.
When you go to a family restaurant, you want 3 things. 1, a wide selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. 2, you want those selections to be affordable and delicious. And 3, you want to be treated like family. You get all 3 at the Midtown Family Restaurant. Breakfast items available anytime the doors are open. Legendary tenderloins, onion rings, and hot roast beef sandwiches. Daily specials at each location, and no matter if you're coming in solo or with a group of 20, you get the same special family treatment. The Midtown Family Restaurants at Court and Scott Streets and at the Walmart Plaza on Highway 1 West. Follow them on Facebook or at MidtownFamily.com. The family's waiting for you. GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit Supples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246.
Hi, this is Tiffany at Senior Benefits. Are you confused with Medicare questions, anything having to do with Medicare? I take care of all Medicare customers, people under 65. I also do life insurance, long-term care, cancer insurance. I'm here to help you navigate any questions that you may be having or frustrations and anxiety that you may have with Medicare or insurance in general. Give me, Tiffany Rao, a call at 319-631-4795.
When someone is kind enough to share their time with us, we better make it worth their while.
They don't want to do people call it the game, right?
Patrick Gades and Terry Adams of Deary Brothers Ford talk about what Here For You means to them.
You don't have to spend a half a day in our dealership to get that good competitive price. We just want to try to deliver that to you up front.
And that makes me feel good, makes me proud.
Because that's what people want. They want a fair, honest deal.
As far as the statement Here For You, we want to not just say it, but live it.
Find out what it means to you at Deary Ford in Iowa City.
Football fans, this is Bill Leixenring of the Oxyoke Inn. We are on your way to or from the game. We're ready to serve you with the same quality food and customer service you've come to trust for over 80 years. The Oxyoke Inn is serving our famous Sunday brunch buffet with lunch, dinner, banquets, and carry-out daily. From our Oxyoke family to yours, we can't wait to see you again soon in the heart of Amana.
The Oxyoke Inn.
From the Hertine and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
I'm meteorologist Brittany Merlot. Mixed skies with mild highs still making it to the mid-70s. More clouds expected with a chance of showers and thunderstorms early evening. Those continue into the night and could ramp up again tomorrow afternoon, leaving us with mostly cloudy skies tomorrow too and highs in the upper 70s. And it's not done yet. Chances for rain return Sunday night and into our Monday. That's the forecast on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Currently, it's 69 degrees. I'm meteorologist Brittany Merlot. Mixed skies with mild highs still.
Get out of here. We're back. I don't know why it did that.
It didn't get up to 91 yesterday, did it? It was
No, not at all.
It was beautiful. And what's the high today again? I couldn't hear her.
79.
Okay,
So did we get any kind of measurable precipitation yesterday?
No.
But we got enough to where I don't have to water.
Well, after midnight, we got 1/10 of an inch.
And there was about a stretch yesterday for literally about a minute and 15 seconds where it poured at my house.
No.
And I was like, oh, my God, just keep coming. And then it just stopped.
Well, and then my phone goes off and says, rain to stop, and I'm looking outside, and it's drier than. I mean, yeah.
But we did get at least something. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, because I can already see
it settled the dust at least,
and I can already see my grass in the front yard seems to have responded to it a little bit, or maybe I'm just freaking weird. I don't know. Who knows? But it does look like it's even a little greener than it was, and I'm going to have to mow. I haven't mowed for probably close to 2 weeks, probably. So, but what were we talking about before?
We were talking about the men's and women's Big Ten scheduled basketball release yesterday.
Actually, I thought
did that show is that going to run that 60-minute show where it breaks down everything?
Yeah, it ran yesterday.
It ran yesterday. Yeah. That's what I was watching when I wrote.
How did they?
So did all 36 teams in 1 hour?
Yeah, it is what it is. It's a lot of information. Luckily they did Iowa was one of the first 6 teams they announced. They did the men and women right together, so you can get your stuff together. And I mean the women's schedule. It's interesting. I mean they start at Rutgers, but they've got the back-to-backs in L.A. that probably aren't going to be a lot of fun.
No, those are going to be rough.
That's going to be rough, and because remember last year they got them both at home. And the men, I mean, I don't know what stood out to me. I mean, the fact that they're at Michigan State you might say, oh, God, they got to start there. Yeah, that's arguably the toughest environment to have to play in. But Izzo's teams tend to get better as the season goes on because he's a really good coach, kind of like Kirk in football. So maybe to get Michigan State early, who knows? Maybe they won't be on top of their game like they might be if it was later in January or February or what have you.
Okay, but the women, listen to this stretch. Okay, you mentioned the 2 California games. Before that, the 2 games before that are at Maryland and Ohio State.
At home.
Yes.
So that's 3 out of 4 on the road and
against very good teams.
If they could go 2-2 during that stretch, that would be incredible.
Fantastic.
My guess is they'll probably go 1-3. You've got to avoid 0-4, of course. What are you laughing at, Captain?
Chat room.
Who are they making fun of?
Paul is an observational humorist.
See, he's gaining an audience.
Paul's got...
I mean, he's gaining an audience.
He's got his support out there.
He does. He does, and you're fighting it.
Do you remember the St. Valentine's Day massacre? What do you think of the defense?
That was unusual. That was an unusual. Again, the diversion. I mean, okay. Do you think Iowa's going to do any trick plays tonight? I mean, for Iowa, trick play is
forward pass.
I set him up for that.
You did. Thank you.
I set him up for that.
I appreciate that. No, I don't think so.
I just hope it's not. How many times do we get ready for a game and see? For me, I can feel it even more if I'm watching it on TV because you're closer. They go on the road and they seem like they just want to just get out of there with a win with as much little risk as possible. I hope it's not that tonight.
Well, I hope
you know
so
what I'm
too.
talking about?
Yes, it feels that way.
And maybe it's my imagination, and I just think Kirk sometimes coaches paranoid on the road.
No, I don't disagree.
And that if they try anything outside of the box, that it's just going to do nothing but lead to trouble. And then the fact that we're on the road will compound everything. And I just hope that they, like Don comes on here every Monday and says, you got to take some chances downfield. This is not a great defense they're playing against. This is not Ohio State. This isn't Michigan or Penn State.
No.
I mean, Rutgers is Rutgers. I mean, maybe they're having a breakthrough, but let's see it first. So I just hope, yes, they need to carry the ball at least 30 times. They need to run for 175 for their offense to be effective because then you have your RPOs off of that. If you can't run the ball, then that's going to make it so much harder to do anything else. So establish the run, but like I said, I just hope it's not all these just settling for an underneath route, which I think that's a lot of what Iowa quarterbacks have done for the last 5 years is settle for underneath routes.
Yeah. I want to see. You got to have. If you're to beat a good team, you've got to have a downfield threat.
You do, and that's why Iowa didn't beat any good teams last year.
That's right.
They lost 5 games last year, and not all of them were good teams, but they lost to the good teams because they didn't have any threat. And good teams will also take away your running game, which Penn State, or Ohio State, they all did that. Iowa, I mean, Caleb got a few late yards against Ohio State, but for 3/4 of that game, when the game was still being played and it still kind of mattered, Iowa couldn't run the ball. because they had no passing attack to help the running attack.
Here's a stat that will make Iowa fans feel better. Deacon Hill won 20-0 against Rutgers.
Was it sure it wasn't 30-0?
I thought 20.
Here, I got it.
Oh,
I got it right here. Let's take this call.
I hope I'm wrong.
And Captain, I'm digging into the info pack.
Hello.
Hey guys. Hey, just out of curiosity, does Don have Kirk's ear at all during the season? Do they talk, do you think?
Well, yeah, Don goes to practice it probably once a week, and
he still does analytics.
He still does analytics for him. So he talks to Kirk. 30-0.
I know, but you guys, you were talking, Pat, that he said that
22.
We need to take chances. Is he conveying that type of information to coach, or is that just something he doesn't do? He doesn't.
I don't know. I'm sure there's. When Don's talking to Kirk, he means, hey, this looks like a good top opportunity to go downfield. I'm sure there's that, but I don't know. I've never asked him specifically. No,
30-0, great.
The series for Iowa's outscored them 93-17 in the 4 games. They won all 4, 14-7 and 16. That was your game.
Yes.
30-0 in 19. 27-10 in 2022, and then I don't even remember this. 22-0 in 2023. That was the Deacon Hill game.
Yeah, 22-0.
22-0.
So we were both wrong.
Yes. I don't.
I'm just curious because I always wonder, listening to Don talk, that if that's the kind of stuff that he talks to Coach about, or if they have different conversations, or
I don't really ask him about that.
In the off season more than they do during the regular.
I don't really ask him what he talks to Kirk about.
I don't think it would get to, because once that I remember, Don gets paid to do that with teams.
Yeah.
So I don't know that. I don't know.
But
that
I don't
he
ask
goes
him
into too much detail.
Yeah, I don't know what he has. What small talk he makes with Kirk. I mean,
well, the details are in the information he gives them.
Yeah.
And I don't. Yeah.
And yes, it is detailed.
Yeah, and he does get paid to do that.
I guess I've never even asked him that either. I don't know.
I think
one more thing. How about the Fever last night? There,
oh my God, what a game!
I actually watched some of that. I wished I would have stayed for the end, but yeah, what an ending!
It was a heck of a game.
I'll tell you what, that Odyssey Sims has been a huge addition.
Yeah, she's been real good.
She's been really good.
That ending was great. I thought I can't remember who was shooting free throws there under 10 seconds, but when she missed the first one, I'm like, oh, here we go. They're going to come down and hit a 3, and they're going to win the game. But fortunately, the Fever won, and so did the Aces last night, even though Megan didn't get a moment on the court again. That's 2 games in a row she hasn't played. But, it's good to see both of them advancing into the semis.
Yeah, the Aces win by 1.
Yes, Stephanie White's incredible what she's done as a head coach. I mean, I never would have imagined them even making the playoffs without Caitlin. And yet they're into
and not just Caitlin, but 5 others.
I know. No, you're right. But just they've won a lot of games without Caitlin. I mean, I've just been amazed by that.
Yeah, and watching that game last night, I really, honestly, and I'm not a pessimistic person, I did not feel the Fever was ever going to win that game.
I didn't either because the other team was at home.
And, exactly.
But they did. Like 7 at halftime last night, something like 56-49, something like that.
Yeah.
And then they were able to come back and do a number in the second half.
It was very high scoring.
Very impressive. Very impressive by all of them.
Well, let's hope that now the next series, isn't it a best of 5 instead of a best of 3?
Yes.
Cool. Well, let's hope they're going to be a tough out. I saw the schedule for the Aces where it's like 2 at home, 2 on the road, and then 1 back at home again if they need the 5th game. So we'll see.
So this could have been Caitlin versus Kate, right?
It could have been.
Yeah.
Well, no, Kate's out.
This would have been Caitlin versus Megan.
Or Megan, I mean Megan. Yeah, Kate's out. I got my Hawkeyes mixed up. There's so many in the league, I can't keep them all straight.
Well, real quick, I didn't understand that either the other night. When Kate got on, she came on, and in the first 60 seconds she was on the court, she scored 5 points. They put her back on the bench, and she never saw another minute of action. Yeah. I still don't understand that. She came out, and she fired off a 3, and she got a 2, and they put her on the bench again. I'm like, wow. That she couldn't have been an asset out there in the court. I just didn't understand how they played her.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a coach.
I don't either.
Coaching maneuvers like that, personnel decisions don't make any sense to the layperson.
Yeah, well, I'll get out of here. I'm not going to make a prediction because my predictions this year have been garbage. So I'll just say the Hawks are going to win tonight, and let's hope they have a good showing out in New Jersey.
All right.
And go Hawks.
And go
You guys have a
Hawks.
great weekend.
Go Hawks. That's something we can agree.
It is weird to think they play tonight. It just doesn't.
I know.
This is a Friday. This doesn't feel like a Saturday.
I don't like it.
I don't really like it either. I mean, I
Really
would.
don't.
But like I said, tomorrow will be.
If we win, I will like it, because then tomorrow there's some really good Big
But those
Ten
games will
to watch.
still be played if they lose.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm not as interested.
Oh,
That's me. That's
Okay.
just me.
Yes. What do you think of that? He lets the Hawks affect his life, how he lives.
I'll
Captain?
just do so. Won't watch as much football.
I just don't.
Because it'll remind you of the Hawks losing.
No, it's just because then you watch the other teams, and we couldn't even beat Rutgers, so we're not going to be able to beat any of these.
So you don't
teams.
want to watch because for fear that it'll make you more depressed and worried about the direction of the Hawks. I got it.
Maybe they've won their last game of the year.
Well, if they lose tonight, all this stuff of us talking 5 and 7, so that's
in play.
I mean, they're already that would be 2 losses already. I mean, so yeah, no, this is a big game, of course, because it's the Big Ten opener. But I mean, you've got Rutgers trying to gain traction under Schiano, Iowa trying to sustain its traction under Ferentz. I mean, that's what's going on,
Yes.
and it'll be interesting to see. I mean, injuries to me are going to kind of cancel each other out. Both teams are banged up, even more so than usual for this early in the season. So it comes down to the better team. Rutgers has everything, all the intangibles, home, students, blackout, all that stuff playing for them. If ever there was a chance for Rutgers to finally beat Iowa, this is it.
Of course, Iowa has dominated the series.
Yeah, I mean, because they've been better teams.
Yeah.
And I still think they're still a better team than Rutgers right now, even though we have to see it first. And I could be wrong. Rutgers may be a better team than Iowa, and we're going to see that tonight.
Well,
there's always a chance that could
sure
happen.
it is.
But there's been times where I've given Rutgers and Maryland sort of the benefit of the doubt early because I see them do something spectacular. And then by the end of the year, they are, what was that line from Dennis Green? The Bears are what we thought they were, whatever.
Yeah.
So often Maryland and Rutgers turn out to be what
Yes.
you kind of, I mean, 7 and 6 was sort of progress, but I mean, for Schiano, this thing to be going with energy, they got to win at least 8, 9, 10 games this year, and that, of course, that's not going to be easy. This is one of the games they have to win. Well, here, let's look at.
And the other thing, I mean, one thing Callie McManus has had a much better year than Mark Gronowski has.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
And the opponents are
probably similar.
Miami of Ohio, Ohio's pretty good. They're not Iowa State. I mean, the biggest difference for Iowa is it played Iowa State, and let's see. Okay, Rutgers played Ohio, beat them 34-31. Miami of Ohio 45-17. Norfolk State 60-10. Then they play Iowa. Then they're at Minnesota, and then they get a bye, and then they're at Washington, home against Oregon, at Purdue, at Illinois, Maryland, at Ohio State, and then at home against Penn State. They finished the season against Ohio State and Penn State.
Boy, that's
so they need to stack as many wins as they can, and this is a stack game for them.
They have 4 likely big losses.
Oregon,
Penn State, Ohio State.
And 3 of those, I mean, at Illinois is probably.
At Illinois, it was the 4th.
3 of their last 4 games are probably likely losses. Penn State could be still playing for the number 1 seed. So many different things could be going on. So, no, this is a game that Schiano has to win for this season to have any chance of being better than what they did last year. I mean, this is a huge game, of course, for both teams.
Well, Iowa can say the same thing.
Yeah, without question. Yeah. But I think Kirk Ferentz, well, they're both, neither coaches in job is in jeopardy, of course, but who could absorb a 5 and 7 better right now, Kirk Ferentz or Greg Schiano?
I think both are probably safe.
Oh, yeah, I think they're safe, but how, I mean, I just wonder how because let's face it.
The narrative for the programs.
I mean, Iowa's bar is different than Rutgers.
Yes.
Iowa is to Rutgers kind of what Ohio State is to Iowa, if that makes sense. Iowa's a better program. They have been for decades.
Yes.
Rutgers has had some moments and what have you, but to me, and that's kind of what went into my pick when I kept thinking, these teams look so even. But, Rutgers, you still got to show me. This is a show-me game for Rutgers tonight. And that's kind of how I look at it.
No, I agree with
I just hope it's a fun game to watch. There's times where I watch Rutgers and they're not fun.
Well, Iowa isn't either.
Well, Iowa's not a fun. No, I mean, now if they can get some long runs, I'm Rutgers' run defense it's okay. Let me get the specifics.
It isn't great, though.
Captain, I'm back at the info pack.
Yeah, the info pack.
We call this the info pack. Let's see. Their opponents are averaging just under 150, 148.7, and they haven't played against.
Haven't played Murderers
So
Row.
Ohio's a decent team. So yeah, their opponents are also averaging 5.6 yards a carry.
So you would think that Iowa should be able to thrive on the ground tonight.
I would think so. I'm trying to see if there's any other stats that.
How about what about passing?
The opponents are averaging 194 yards per game with only 3 touchdown passes. But again, this is 3 MAC opponents.
Yeah.
I don't want to knock the MAC, but it's not the Big Ten. And nothing else really stands out. I mean, their defense has been okay against a pretty soft schedule.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Iowa's going to be able to run the ball tonight. I'll be disappointed if Iowa can't run the ball tonight. Between Moulton,
very much so.
I think with Moulton, Patterson, and Terrell, and of course I think Nathan McNeil. I wrote it yesterday. There's no, and like what Don said Monday, there's no reason to redshirt Nathan McNeil. He's only played in 2 games. He gets 4, but I think he's going to play because redshirting in this day and age makes no sense because nobody even looks beyond the next month where they're going to be.
Yeah.
You got to use them while you can, and that's why I think he'll play in more than 4 games this year. And he gives a different skill set in some ways. He's shown that he can catch. Maybe they'll have a package for him tonight. Who knows? It'll be. I just hope we see something fresh from the Iowa offense tonight.
Boy, it's rare.
Oh, no, I know it's rare. I mean, if it doesn't happen in a situation like this, when is it ever going to happen?
Well, I don't know.
Now, if they come out and they're getting 5, 7, 9 yards of carry, hey, do it. Ride it, mix in a few 8-yard down and outs, and that's fine. Ride that to a 21-10 victory. Hey, great.
Could we see a flea flicker? Maybe. I could see that.
What about the slow mesh? You're a big fan of the slow mesh, aren't you?
I thought it was interesting.
I thought it was weird at first. I wasn't sure what was going on, and then now that I know about it, Captain, are you a big fan of the slow mesh? You don't even know what it is, do you?
No, I don't.
At least you're man enough to admit it.
I don't know what it is.
It's where the quarterback rides the ball into the chest of the running back, and they both kind of
keeps it there.
And he keeps it there, and they both kind of inch upfield to keep the defense off balance. And the hope is to suck in the back line and then throw over them. But unfortunately, like Gronowski said, it didn't work against Iowa State. I was funny. He was talking about how great it was, and unfortunately, Iowa State didn't bite. They didn't, and I give Iowa State credit for that.
Yeah,
I know the monster mash.
Yeah, I do too. Love that, but we can't.
No.
Could Spotify get us for that?
Oh yeah.
Who owns the rights to that?
The estate of Bobby Boris Pickett.
Yeah.
What if the estate gave us permission?
Well, they're not gonna. Well, the machine wouldn't know that they got permission. Hey, we had permission to play music. The machine doesn't care. Yeah, we pay for it. The machine doesn't care.
It still it says you're violating.
Yeah.
Copyright.
It doesn't care. It cared at one time.
So all the machine cares about is
the
chaos.
algorithm.
Chaos and
yeah.
Stripping people of their rights to express themselves. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, that's exactly
what
it
seems to be a growing phenomenon in this country right now. So, but back to the game, I just have I just think the Iowa defense is going to ultimately be the difference in this game. I don't see Phil Parker losing the battle against Allie Athan, Callie McNanus. That's where I'm at. When I say Phil Parker, his defense. And if they do, then maybe Rutgers is onto something. But if they do also, then that's when you say, man, Iowa's right now 2-2. And, of course, the playoff, I mean, you got to run the table. I mean, both teams have to stack wins as much as they can for what's waiting down the road.
Yes, so true.
I mean, Iowa plays Indiana next week.
Yeah. And normally, in decades past, that would be an automatic win almost. You could chalk up.
Not now.
Not now.
Oh, I'm sure Indiana fans think they're going to win that game.
Oh, sure.
And my guess is Indiana might be favored. We'll see what happens this week. Iowa's at home. We'll see what happens this weekend. This today. And
I saw it. I saw a line.
Iowa gets 3 for hosting.
Indiana was favored by 2.5.
Interesting. So that's almost a touchdown if you figure in the 3.
Yeah.
So, but I would not be surprised if Iowa figured out a way to win that game.
No, I wouldn't either.
What if Kirk wins it and then he starts insulting Signetti? Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny, giving a little piece of his own medicine? The thing is, you just know Kirk would never do that. Kirk would never do that.
He would never do that.
But do you think Signetti will say mean things about the Hawks?
Yes. Yes.
And if you can find him that leak leading up to the game, you're gonna revel in those, aren't you? I don't think he's dumb enough to give Big Ten teams. Well, he has some. He gave UCLA, but it didn't matter.
No.
I mean, but I don't think you want to give a team like Iowa bulletin board material playing at home. And we'll see. I mean, if Iowa loses tonight, of course, that's more pressure. I mean, if they lose tonight, that Indiana game, can you imagine going to the break 2-3?
No. No, I can't. And I don't want to think about it.
But it could easily happen.
Sure it could.
I mean, if they go to the break 2-3, I mean, what's your mindset?
They're not going to have a winning season.
That's where you'd be. I mean,
yeah.
I could see that argument because, of course, you don't even think about bowl games. That would be the thing. God, is a losing season coming up? It would only be the third one since 2001. So, but of course, we're not there yet. We're just that's why this game is tough.
And it's probably the easiest game left on our schedule.
I think beating Rutgers at Rutgers is easier than beating Indiana in Iowa City.
Yeah, oh, sure.
Right now, I do. I've watched Indiana play. That new quarterback from Cal, he's good. They've got great skill players. They've got good players. They're just a good team, and they're explosive. They play the way sometimes I wish Iowa would play. Because Signetti seems like anything he does is going to work. And let's do that triple flea flicker and have him shut his eyes because it'll work, because I say it'll work. That's kind of is how he is, So, like I said, I just want Iowa to not be paranoid on offense tonight.
Yeah. Well, just control the line of scrimmage, which is what we like to do. And if they actually can do that.
And they usually do that against Rutgers, as you can tell by the series.
Exactly.
I mean, the series hasn't even been competitive.
No.
I didn't realize that they had, when I looked at the notes again, that I had to be reminded that, they've only played 4 times and Iowa's won all. I mean, the game you were at was by far the most competitive game, and that Rutgers team was probably better than Iowa that day, but they lost their key player who Iowa had no answer for.
No, none.
It was a leg injury, wasn't it?
Yes.
About midway through the second quarter, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
And they were never the same after that. Their offense just kind of unraveled. That game was 14-7. That was 2016. Can you believe that was 9 years ago?
Wow.
So is that the last time you've been in New York?
Yeah, I think so.
Because anytime you fly, you go from Chicago. You don't ever. New York's never part of your trips overseas, is it? Because you Chicago, you go out of Chicago. Okay, all right. So, but yeah, like I said, I still got to remind myself that there's a game tonight. It's
going to wreck Jan's schedule.
Well, think about all the families that can't watch the Iowa game because they're going to be at their kids' high school football games tonight. Yeah, that's going to take a
tape the Hawkeye game, and
but still not the same.
No, and Jan's going to miss State Line.
Tape it.
Yeah. Well, there's channels with nothing but Dateline.
So the Hawkeyes reign supreme over Dateline.
Yes.
Who makes that decision? You or Jan?
I have got to make that decision.
What if they're down 14-0 midway through the third quarter?
Then I will end up on Dateline.
For what?
Just hang myself.
No, like I said, the more closer this game comes, the more I think I was going to win. And I had a feeling I was going to turn out that way.
I'm there, too, exactly the same, but I think I'm a homer.
But we're homers, too.
Of
I'm a homer.
Yeah.
I'm not as big a homer as you guys are, but we're all, it's embedded in us.
Sure.
I mean, it's the team we cover. It's the team I rely on to make a living. Yeah, we're all homers.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's 3 Rutgers idiots out east, and just like us, probably picking Rutgers. Maybe one of them might. No, I need to see more. Because, I mean, in fairness, Iowa has been a much better program than Rutgers.
Yes.
I didn't watch it last night, but the night before I watched PIX, Channel 11. They didn't even mention it. I mean, it really gets very little.
Is that a channel out east?
Yeah.
Like what, Newark or what?
New York.
New York,
and
okay.
New,
Oh, no, Rutgers, this is way down.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean, the only way Rutgers would ever matter out there is if all of a sudden the football team was 10-0 in November. Then it would be a story. Yeah. But that just rarely, and I don't see it happening this year. But if Rutgers is 10-0 in November, they're going to be a big story.
I wouldn't think that's going to be happening.
No, that's what I said. That's not going to happen. But that's what it would take for them to matter, though, in that New York market. Same thing with like UCLA, even USC. I mean, USC is showing life, though. They are really scoring a lot of points, and they are explosive on offense. And he's coaching with a little desperation,
I'll say
too.
this about Alford. When he went in California, they mentioned it all the time, but it was really negative.
Well, I'll say this about Alford. He's made about $50 million as a college basketball coach. The guy is loaded.
He has done all right financially.
The money he didn't make in the NBA, he made as a coach.
yeah.
So more power to him.
Yeah,
Look at me praising Alford. It's free speech. I can praise him.
Yeah. No. No, you can't.
I can't praise him?
No,
I will. I mean, he's made a ton of money. I mean, he left Iowa for New Mexico, and he didn't take much of a pay cut, I don't believe, did he? I mean, would New
Not too
Mexico
much.
paid him, and then, of course, at UCLA, and now, I mean, no.
But those stations, otherwise, hardly, they'll touch on it, but they'll touch on it and.
But he
get
brings
out
a
of
lot
it.
of that on himself just because of his personality.
Yeah.
He just rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
They just.
Now the running back guy, the head coach, the Roman running, he's so out there that did they rip him a lot on KTLA?
No.
I just think they thought he was beyond ripping.
Deshaun Foster?
Yeah, it just was such a bad hire.
Yeah.
And I still to this day don't know why they hired him. He just wasn't ready. And some people are just never ready to be a head coach.
He proved that out of the gate.
Yeah, that was not a good start. I was willing to give him a chance. Because he has been a good running back position coach, but there's a big difference between being a position coach and a head coach.
I mean, he was a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, that was weird. That was strange.
Oh, that was the strangest thing I think I've ever.
He basically just reminded us that USC and UCLA are in LA.
It was just.
But at least he didn't do it right before telling us about Son of Sam,
Yeah, that would have been his Paul moment.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Or what was Richard, the Night Stalker?
Yeah.
Was his name Richard Ramirez?
Ramirez.
The Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Remember that show, Night Stalker?
Yeah.
I remember being scared the crap of that show as a little kid. It scared the crap out of me.
Why would you?
Because it was scary, and I was like 5.
Why will you watch it?
Because I had mean siblings. Who, one time there was this werewolf with red eyes peering through the bushes, and I had nightmares over it.
All right, so
what do you want?
I'm
supposed
I want
to react to
I want
that.
some support.
Well, you're a little kid. You're 5 years old. You
probably shouldn't have been watching that.
You know, seriously, I think at times you were tortured as a child. by your siblings.
But they'll say that I tortured them by my presence. All right, what do you got, Suter?
What I've got is you could watch 4 possibly good Big Ten games right in a row tomorrow.
And I might do that because there's nothing stopping me.
At 11 a.m., you have Maryland at Wisconsin, 2 iffy teams.
I want to check it out,
could be good.
I think we'll learn a little bit about both teams during that game.
And then you have Michigan at Nebraska at 2:30.
Interesting. I think Nebraska's going to win, don't you?
And that's the same thing. And Purdue at Notre Dame at the same time, so you'll be bouncing probably.
Oh, I'll be bouncing.
So then at 6:30, it's Illinois at Indiana.
That one.
It's a heck of a game.
No, you're right. That was. What channels are they on?
All right.
Any on Peacock?
Maryland, Wisconsin is on NBC. Michigan, Nebraska is on CBS. Illinois, Indiana is on NBC. And then you've got the real late one, Michigan State at USC on Fox.
Okay. So, yeah, no, there's really good games tomorrow. But it should be. Big Ten play starting.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that Michigan State-USC one, we're going to learn about. I think USC is going to win that game, and it wouldn't surprise me if they won that game by 14 to 17 points.
Well, we'll find out because Michigan State, we saw firsthand that Childs, if he's on, he can beat you.
And so far this season, he's been on more than off. I've seen him off at times, but man, I'll tell you though, he does take a beating though. For him to be on, part of that is him running a ton, and he takes a beating. He's a big guy though. Yeah, no, he's getting better. Michigan State's one of those teams I don't really know what to think. I mean, with Penn State and Ohio State, you kind of know what they're going to be. I think Nebraska's going to beat Michigan. I just do. I think it's in Lincoln. I'm not a true freshman. This Underwood, I would be. Now, if Michigan goes in there and wins, that's not a good game for Matt Rule. I mean, he's got to start winning these types of games.
He does, but that's going to be a tough game.
Well, it's going to be a tough game, but I'm still not convinced. Sorry, Jamie, but I'm still not convinced Michigan's that good.
I agree with that statement too.
So, but
we'll see.
But I'm also thinking Nebraska's somewhere between a 6 and an 8 or 9 win team. What did Nebraska finish last year? I don't
didn't
even
they get to 7 wins.
I can't even remember. I can't even remember. But to me, though, Rule's got to have a 9, 10 win season. The 6, 7, 8. He's got to win. I think to keep the momentum going. I mean, Bo Pelini, did he never? He never won fewer than 9 games in Nebraska. Every year he finished like 9-3.
No, and then they've fired
Solich after 10-3, wasn't it?
Yeah,
something like that. And I know Pelini was just f-bombs left and right, and rude and mean and vulgar. But he did, he did win at a rate that's way better than what they've done since they got rid of him.
Yeah.
So, but no, this is a good lineup of games. I'm looking forward to it. That is the one nice thing. You're having a Saturday without having to go to, because as much as I like covering the games at Iowa City, it still takes up a big chunk of your day.
It does.
It takes up a big chunk of your day. For you, it's 2 and 3 hours before the game. For me, it's 3 or 4 hours after the game.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But it's still fun. I mean, and Iowa does a really good job of hosting. And remember the last time
Iowa does not feed us, though. We have to.
Remember the last time I had a guy cover the Rutgers game? I don't have anyone. I'm doing it myself.
Yes.
He had the heart attack. And luckily he survived. I had not heard from Merrill Everett this time, so I'm assuming he has maybe retired, or maybe he's just not available. But no, I can do it. I mean, I'll cover it. I'll write it. I'll have something up probably 10, 15 minutes after the game, sort of a game column type thing, some opinion mixed in with some stuff on the field. And like I said, I hope I'm writing about a win, because if I'm not going to overreact, but I'm with Tom. If they don't win this game tonight, this is not a good situation.
It's signs of trouble.
Trouble. Partly because you need to beat a team like Rutgers, and because of the schedule.
Yes.
The schedule is just brutal.
And you win tonight, get some momentum going against Indiana in Kinnick Stadium, homecoming. Then you've got some stuff going in your favor. But
that Indiana game's 5 days before my colonoscopy.
Wow.
I can't eat corn.
Do they say that?
Yeah, it says in the sheet. I got my little game plan ready. It starts 5 days before. There's certain foods you can't eat 5 days before. Then, of course, all I'm going to have for 2 days prior is it looks like green Jell-O, because you can't have red, orange, or purple.
2 days prior.
They do it 2 days. Yeah, for me it's 2.
Why?
Because they must think I need to lose weight. I don't know.
Well, I don't remember.
Mine, the
dietary problem.
Day before you drink the crap, and then you crap, and then you
go. Well, you can't. I mean, you can't have anything 8 hours before the.
Yeah, right.
But you can't for maybe I read it right.
12
least,
hours. I thought.
Oh no, for me the last time it was at least a full day where I couldn't eat anything besides chicken broth, anything clear, and then the only I'll just eat green. I like Jell-O. I mean, I actually like the green, but for some reason color must have something. Can't have any like red or orange, just green. So, but
I haven't seen a Jell-O ad since Cosby.
You really don't see them. I love Jell-O. I always have, but man, just those little 4-packs. Those things are like $3.50, $4. They're just so little things like that are just so expensive. For what you get out of them.
I haven't had Jell-O.
Hey, no, forever. I can't imagine
my mom used
eating
to make
Jell-O.
My mom used to make homemade. She used to make this triple thing. Part of it was like a cream, a chocolate layer, and then a cherry. Oh my God, was it good! I mean, she'd make those and she'd make them in these little champagne glasses, and you'd keep them in the refrigerator. Man, were they good!
That's what I ate. The first time I ate that Jell-O was we had the measles when I was like, I don't know, 5.
You think Paul will bring in some Jell-O?
Huh?
It'll be half melted.
It'll be in his pants. in his gruns.
We're just kidding, Paul.
We are just kidding.
We just kid because we love.
Because that's what we do.
No, I think your love's a little strong. You don't love Paul, nor do I. We like Paul. He's a good caller, but love is strong. You're being disingenuous. Do you love Paul?
I think I'm fond of Paul. There's no spark if that's what you're going for.
Oh my Lord. Okay, so what are we? The game? We're about 9 hours till kickoff.
Yeah.
I wish it started at 6 instead of 7. Don't you?
Yes.
That'd make a big. I think that'd make a
Yes.
big difference with a lot of people. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, tomorrow morning we'll have we're doing a show tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have the game. Yeah, we should. I mean, we'll have the game to talk about. So it'll be interesting to see if there is how many instant reaction podcasts there are tonight at 11 o'clock. Because I just don't think a lot of people are listening. But I guess that's the beauty of a podcast. You can listen to it at on your own time. I get that. But again, 23-20 Iowa. I mean, it's 10. We're wrapping up at 10:30, right?
Yeah.
23-20 Iowa, and I know you said 24-13. And
21-10.
21-10. And Paul said just by 13 points. Yeah. He didn't give a score.
Yeah, 13 points and don't get shot.
And what's the spread?
The
last I.
Oh boy.
Have you seen the spread?
I remember. I saw it. I can't remember. Isn't it just like 3.5?
Something like that. Yeah, I saw it and wrote it in one, but I'm just not remembering it off the top of my head.
I think 3.5 is what I remember.
And remember, Rutgers gets 3 for hosting, so I would be surprised if Iowa's not favored by a little bit by kick.
That's what I recall. So let me football odds search. ESPN, 2.5.
Rutgers?
Iowa.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So that's Iowa kind of by...
Oh, it opened at 2.5 and actually now is 1.5.
Oh, interesting. How do you explain that, Captain?
Because the money was going the other way.
Yep.
Interesting.
That means people aren't showing faith toward the Hawks.
No. Badgers favored by 9.5 over Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin that's games in Madison. They need to. Needless to say, they have to win that game.
Oregon favored by 34.5 over Oregon State.
Wow.
Michigan, exact same thing as Iowa, opened at minus. Michigan favored by 2.5, and now 1.5.
I don't know why I think Nebraska's going to win that game. I really they've done nothing to really earn my faith. But
at home, got a good quarterback,
and I've just watched Michigan play at times this year, and they haven't looked very good.
No, they haven't.
And then is Iowa State's they're off this week?
I think so.
They're in a bye week.
God, all right. Homecoming next week. That doesn't seem possible.
Did we talk? They got a preferred walk-on from Cedar Rapids. What's his name? David Faison. And then, of course, they got Ethan Harris, who Rob was working on a story this morning. I think we'll have that up on Hawkfanatic. It could be posted up there now. The commit they got out of Washington, who's an intriguing prospect. I mean, I've seen him listed at 6'8", 6'9", can shoot. And like I said, with a Gonzaga offer, hey, I'm sold.
Megan Gustafson's cousin had an official visit here for the last 2 days. Vienna Murray is her name.
Okay, and where's she from?
Minnesota somewhere.
Okay. And nothing still from the girl from California?
No.
You think people are pestering her every day?
I don't know.
Probably. That's just the way the business is. Does she ever give an indication of when she's going to announce?
No.
Because she's taken all 4 visits, right?
Yeah, she's taken all the visits. She never took one to USC.
Okay, so that means they're out of it, or she's been there enough to where...
Don't know.
Yeah, because, I mean, you could see her not needing to take an official there because she's probably been there a lot. But so Iowa, Ohio State, and South Carolina were her 3 visits. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
All righty.
Indiana is favored by 6.5 now over Illinois, and it started at 4.5.
I'm really looking forward to that one. That's in Bloomington, right?
Yes.
Okay, that gets them. That's part of the reason. All right, well, everybody enjoy what looks like it's going to be a beautiful Friday. Hawks tonight at 7:05. And volleyball did fall in 5 sets to Iowa State.
Yes.
They had chances and they just couldn't finish it. I felt bad for them.
Soccer won.
Yes, they did. 2-1 over Purdue. But when you interview these girls and guys too, you sort of when you see that you kind of grow sort of attached. You know what I mean?
Sure.
To the team. Now that you know a face and what have you, and
you're more interested in their team.
And that's the kind of match they need to win to get over the hump, and they're just so close. But.
Yep. All right. Captain Steve, Tommy Lang with police reports are next. Hawkfanatic.com. Check it out. It's free.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by